What am I saying?
You can say your name.
No, it's not.
Okay. Thanks. Hi, welcome to our channel. Like and subscribe. Ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to our first vlog in our new van, our new home van. My name is Emma.
I'm Rupert.
We have just bought a van that we're now converting into our home, and we're going to go travelling around Europe, hopefully next April. That's the plan. What van did we get, Rupert?
It's a medium wheelbase Sprinter, 2014 with 65,000 miles on the clock. Just bought it about a week ago.
So we started looking in April, would you say?
Yeah, April, May time.
Yeah, we started looking April, May, and it was a bit of a nightmare. We couldn't really find anything that we liked or that was good value or that fit our budget. And we originally started looking at long wheelbase vans and then decided to change quite recently, didn't we, to a medium wheelbase for lots of different reasons, but mostly because it seemed like the options for medium wheelbase were better.
And easier to drive.
Easier to drive and park.
Pretty simple, really.
Do you want to talk a bit about budgets?
The budget is unknown at the moment.
So our budget for our van was about £10,000 plus VAT.
Yeah.
We paid 11
We
and a half.
paid 9,700 plus VAT, so yeah, about 11.
About 11 and a half, including VAT. And so far, just as an update of what we've done. So originally we were going to buy it at the beginning of the year and then use the summer and the late evenings to do the bulk of the work. As it turns out, we've only just managed to buy. Why are you nudging me?
No.
Oh. We've only just managed to buy one now, which means we're doing most of the work through the winter. And it's been raining, so today's the 2nd of October, and we haven't really made that much progress, I would say, because we're having to do it after work, and it's cold and wet and windy and gross. Today's tasks, what are we doing?
We are cleaning, which is always good fun, and then hopefully there's a few spots of rust on the floor which we lifted up, so we're going to put some red oxide over that and get it all sealed up and ready for insulating.
Which is not going to be fun. So we're just going to give you a bit of a tour around what we've done so far, and then hopefully do some bits of what we're sort of doing today for the rest of the day. Like and subscribe to our channel. Anything else, Dad?
No, that's all.
Great, let's go. So we're just going to go through what we've done already. So all of these walls were covered in like a plastic cladding, so we've taken all of those off from both sides of the walls. We also took out the bulkhead at the weekend with my brother, taken off the plastic cladding that was on here. Then we had to take off the floor, plastic flooring, and it had all these like bolts on. Some were trickier than others. And we've done the first clean of the floor. So raining. Oh, that is yellow. Do you want to talk us through what we're going to do tonight?
We're just cleaning the floors. It's got a mess, but it's quite wet outside, so having a few problems.
What's your torch situation like?
Not good.
To be fair, that torch is quite good, isn't it?
Yeah,
Considering you just closed all the doors. What about the shoe situation?
Got my Crocs on.
But if you look, it's got all this like weird like sticky coating on it, so we've tried to get it off once already, and we're gonna give it another go today. So we've got some white spirit and we're gonna try and use that. It may or may not work. We've hoovered everything to get rid of any odd bits of metal that could cause some rust, and that's about it. We're going to do a little test area first.
Yeah, that comes straight off.
It comes straight off?
Yeah, like that.
We did all of that. We literally spent like 2 hours the other evening cleaning everything and hoping that it would come off. But so white spirit is definitely the answer. It comes right off nice and easy. And then we'll just wash it off with normal water.
Yeah,
That's come straight off, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Why didn't we do this? I said to you, what did I say to you? I said to you, use white spirit and it will come right off.
Didn't tell me off on the vlog.
And there'll be plenty more of that, I'm sure.
Okay, before we do this, I want to hoover. I just realised we haven't hoovered in the back doors or on the side door.
More
So
hoovering.
before we get everything wet, let's do that and then remove the hoover.
Okay. What's happening now? Next stage?
Next stage.
What have you just been doing?
Current stage is I am going round with wire wool on all the little
You can't see your face.
bits of rust. There hasn't major rust problems, but there's the odd speck, so I'm going around and clean it off with wire wool and hoovering as I go.
Also, look how clean the floor looks. I'm going to stand back here so you can see. This is how clean it is. Rupert's really dirty socks. Considering this was all like thick, sticky stuff, it's now all nice and clean. And Rupert is just going in, and all of these bits here, just like using wire wool to get all the rust out. The only bad thing is, I don't know if you can see all these like little bits here. Hopefully if I do this it might focus a bit, of like wire wool that's all come out. So we have to hoover as we go. Oh, hello! This little guy's just joined us. This little guy's just joined us as well. Cute. So on Wednesday we're going to do all the rust treatments. It's supposed to be a nicer day on Wednesday. So it's not great because it's raining a lot and we haven't sorted out any inside lights yet so that we can work through the evenings. And also because we're doing most of the conversion now during winter, when originally we were supposed to be doing it through summer, we don't have very good light. And I have to wear this suit because I'm basically allergic to life. Rupert's doing a really good job of putting on some red paint. What are you doing?
I'm putting on red oxide, which I'm using to cover up any tiny bits of bare metal, and there's a few specks of rust which we got off with wire wool earlier and hoovered up. But we've got loads of the stuff, so I'm using it quite liberally. It's going well so far.
Good.
Best job of the day.
Best job of the day. What's been the worst job of the day?
All the other stuff.
Once we finished with the rust prevention paint, we then went on to the insulation. So that's 2 layers of insulation. We used foam and we used the boards. Then we went on to the cladding using wood glue and cladding clips, attaching it to the beams that we had already put in place. We'd already ran the conduit that you can see here up, over and around the van, and we labelled all the conduit wiring depending on what we thought was going to go where, and then started to lay the cladding on top of that. You'll see the beams as well running along, that's where we had attached the cladding clips to. Rupert fixed the skylight and he was extremely happy with himself. So it is just me on the van today, for the first time in history of the van. Rupert is at work and I am going to be doing the painting. Actually the oiling. So I will be oiling all the cladding today and hopefully painting the boxes and maybe even the windowsill. But I've got coffee and I have snacks. I've got some banging 70s tunes, so feeling pretty good. So very quick update. I have done window wall and this wall, and now I somehow have to do the ceiling, which is going to be a bit of a problem because I am very small and I don't feel like this is going to be a nice job at all, but we'll see how we go. I might go and get a stool, I don't know, but going pretty well so far. Once we've done this, we've got to do another coat tomorrow. Good morning everyone, we are on our way to the wood store to get some wood for the back cupboards. Drives us in, ready to go. We took a fair few trips to our local woodyard, basically just to get our ply so that we could then start making our boxes and our bed, and also have some in stock for later on. The boxes were super fiddly, but thankfully we had my wonderful brother come along and help us to fix the first one, and that made the other boxes relatively easy. Also, shout out to my brother Adam for being our PPE foreman and health and safety supervisor. Join us next time for when things get a little aggy.
Yeah, that's fine, except the middle hole, Rupert, is different, isn't it? Like, that's not necessarily where that hole is.
But that's why I was saying visualise where it is in respect of the...
Well, I can't visualise
Right,
where
well
it is.
you hold it and I'll do it.